following video is our sailing adventure with Panama Sailing Adventure or World Sailing Adventures. Day 1, we were supposed to visit the Kusapin Indian village. Day 2, we were supposed to sail to Escudo and snorkel the flower pots. Day 3, we were supposed to arrive in Chichime Sandblast and snorkel the Barrier Reef. Day 4, we were supposed to sail to Isla Perro and snorkel a shipwreck. And day 5, we were supposed to have an extra day in Sandblast. This is what actually happened. Okay, so far this boat's been shit. We signed up for a discounted price on a boat, and after we complained about being delayed an entire day, we did all of his shopping. He told us, well, that's your problem, it's a backpacker boat. I gave you $150 off the typical price. It was not explained to us that it was a backpacker boat. By the time we set off, we had already had an argument.
Careful with who you're speaking to.
So you're threatening your customers now?
Yeah, he's threatening me.
Okay.
So far, his generator broke down. We had no power. The meals have been absolutely garbage, like noodles and tuna. We're glad we brought our own food. As if we didn't, we'd be fine. All there really is to do is just, we're here, we might as well have fun with the group that we're with, and we're with an excellent group.
I can barely stand, I'm looking for land, I really hope I float.
But we're also stuck with them.
This is my fucking boat. I don't care.
This is how you run a business, huh?
So we just drink and pretend everything's okay, and it's not. The transmission's broken on the boat, we can't motor. The motor's fucked, so he's hoping to get that going so he can use that dinghy to pull us out and hopefully sail. The only thing we can do is sail, which is working for us right now, but that's because there's wind, and if there's no wind, we're fucked. There's no wind. If it wasn't for somebody volunteering on the boat for cooking,
even just like halfway.
his partner, wife, doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't know how to make coffee. He says turn left, she turns right. He says go in reverse, she accelerates forward. Well, she doesn't have a fucking clue. He's good. He won't admit defeat. He doesn't know how to accept the fact that he is doing wrong. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So anyway, we're all trying to make the most of it. Hey, how's your trip been so far? Pretty much. Making the most of it. 400 bucks. I would have rather spent 700 and had a nice time. Okay, so apparently we have to cook ourselves dinner. It was supposed to be one small hamburger each. He asked us to take over. We're just gonna try and cook. Day 5, and we're still nowhere near where we're supposed to be. And we've run out of water. There's no more water. Other than some really polluted brown water that we're supposed to boil and drink. And we're just starting our 24-hour crossing with no water. So, this is our surroundings. We ran out of water, and we have no engine. Jeremy's confident. Do you want some juice or anything? Everybody's feeling sick too. No water? We now have a working engine on the dinghy, 9.9 horsepower, and we're gonna drive alongside the boat with the dinghy. We have now resorted to using a little 9.9 outboard on the side of the boat to push ourselves.
engine just died.
Sick. Sort of sick.
You can't say that just because you tried your best and you didn't deliver even close to what you said you would, that it's okay. I do feel sorry that it didn't work out, and I accept that you guys tried your best.
You should have walked away in the very beginning.
You can't fault us for deciding to take your word that we would go to Sandblast.
So in other words, you're saying that we shouldn't have trusted you. That would have been what we should have done. We shouldn't have trusted you.
Trust.
Yes, it is. Because
That's
we decided
okay,
to
then
trust
what is
you
it?
that
We
we
didn't
would go
know
to
that the
Sandblast.
ball was going to...
No, and we
That's
didn't
not-
either.
We're not going to pay for
We're not paying for your loss in a
I'm sorry,
business.
we
It's
don't
called
have the
overhead.
cash. Sorry.
You don't have the cash.
No, we don't have the cash.
Well, you're gonna come get it.
I don't have the cash, and I'm sorry, guys. Both wrecked the trip.
I know, and we didn't get that.
You know?
We didn't
You
get
come
that.
here and you're like,
We didn't
No,
get
we
the
are
trip.
actually very lenient people.
you know?
Yeah,
If you had some...
must be nuts, you know? There's something going on in your mind.
we're trying to be very adult about this, and
Yeah,
she's
but
calling us
you-
crazy. I'm trying to
Well,
talk.
what do you think this is, you know?
It's crazy that we paid
you
for.
want 300 each.
Yes, we do.
Must be nuts.
So when we had this discussion at 8 o'clock, you were blowing smoke up our ass by saying you will refund us. You said you will refund us. Why would you say that?
I'm not asking for the whole trip. I'm saying we're going to pay for
You're
food.
basically asking for the whole
It's
trip.
not just the food though, it's fuel and it's ice and it's...
Yeah, it's everything.
We are not here. We're not. We brought our own drinks.
Well, we can
It's-
write down a budget of what we spent and we can talk about that.
It's not up to us to pay for your overhead. Do you understand that? You're running a business. We're the customers. We're paying what we're supposed to get.
And we didn't get what we paid for.
Not to mention, you say that we're getting 3 hot meals a day. Like, cereal's not a hot meal. You
No.
said clean water would be provided. We're
We've
out
run
of
out of water. I'm having to sterilize because I'm the only one prepared with sterilization. That's
You're-
not up to me.
There's not enough ice, which you said there was more than enough.
Yeah,
and you
for cold
guaranteed
drinks.
safe passage to Carty.
And we're bobbing around in the middle of the ocean right now. Are we wrong with any of this? How are we wrong?
$2, it's nothing, you know?
It's
For this
nothing?
trip. Yeah,
It's nothing?
Yeah, it's nothing. What is $400?
He's trying to tell me that $400 means nothing and that I should be
Yeah.
okay with flushing it down the drain.
From Bocas to Colón to Portobelo, you know, it's nothing. We charge 600.
I could have taken a fucking shuttle bus and done that.
If something were to go wrong, what would we do?
Well, we've got a lifeguard. If we were to have an issue, then we would have the outboard that's running reasonably.
We don't even have, like, the navigation lights. How can you say that we're safe at night bobbing around here in the ocean?
He doesn't have any legal lights on board. Oh, look at that port light. And then there's a starboard light. I still only count 4 life jackets. You basically said to us that you were going to do a solo trip to work out the kinks to Portobello on your own. So the way it looks like to me is that you conned us into helping to cover your expenses.
No,
There's no con. Then where's our refund?
And we needed the money to do the trip.
You did have a decision when we were anchored to either go with a boat that you were unsure of because at that point you knew about the leak and it wasn't working out well and it was
Right.
basically a roll of the dice to see if you could fix it on the fly
Yeah,
or
but-
get us safely to Bocas, and you made that decision for us without consulting us. That should have been a group decision to make.
Well,
You rolled the
I had
dice.
quite a bit of oil on the boat, and
Okay, and how did that work for you?
Well, it's not very. It's
No,
not
it
very
was the wrong
common.
decision.
It's not very common that it was leaking out of the front seat. What we have left is you know, is what didn't go in expense. Like,
$300 for all of this.
for a week.
I said that night that it's about the quality of the trip, not the duration. I could give two shits if I get 14 days on this boat. If I'm doing this the whole time, I want off.
We've been wanting to get off this boat for 3 days because we are uncomfortable.
I would so gladly get off this boat right now.
We are very uncomfortable. Nobody wants to be on your boat right now. The only reason why we are is because we have no other option. We're stranded on your boat. Yes.
Shut up.
That's not what I'm worried about. I just want to see.
Shut up.
I want to see
You're totally
some.
nuts. Your 2 phones are nuts. Oh, you wanna get feather? Let's get feather. It's not our choice to be this happening. It's very quiet. You shut
Why should I be
quiet? Quiet. This is my fucking boat. You
We
are
tried to do-
nuts. Be careful with who you're speaking to. Because you don't know me
How do we
well.
know?
Just be careful. Be careful.
Name
Careful
all
with
it
who
from
you're
my email
speaking
address.
to.
So you're threatening your customers
You
now.
know, you're nuts, you know, totally nuts, totally
We
out
just
of your
need
mind.
anchor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not our problem. It's the experience.
What?
I don't understand.
That-
you must be never out of Canada. That's
don't
why
know.
you act so simple.
What?
Seriously,
Sweetie,
I have no idea what you just said in the last like 30 seconds.
I don't fucking care.
Obviously, from the looks of this operation.
You wanted to take a feather? Let's take a feather then. You're in my head. Be quiet. No one to hear you. We already said what we're gonna do.
Okay, great. Well, it's been 10 minutes then. I would like to see some
I'll
documentation.
do it when the fuck I want.
No.
I spend the last hour hearing you bitching and complaining.
No, I'm
and
just
totally
wondering-
tired
I'm wondering
and
if
you're
it sh-
fucking bitching and complaining.
I'm wondering
you're
if-
acting like kids. And this woman as well is complaining.
Yeah,
That's
all of
right.
your customers are not happy. Weird.
Jeremy, can I ask you a question? Have I complained once before today after that first night? Have I made one complaint?
I haven't made a complaint.
Function and I function. Day one, you said, "Can we settle up, guys?" And we handed you each $400 like that.
Sure, that's because we.
You owed me
as I said-
$52. Day 6, you're still owing me $20.
Because I said.
You still owe me
because I said I had
$20.
expenses for the trip.
I understand that.
You
still owe me
for the
$20.
fishing gear.
I started.
And I've been
covering-
very patient.
Should have just said, buy whatever fishing gear.
Yeah, you should have, but you
I
didn't.
was trying to,
Well, in your email, you said that you would pick up the fishing gear.
Yeah, I
you
did.
didn't, so
And I will.
we picked
Okay,
it
well,
up.
$20.
Yeah.
Please.
That's fine.
May I? It is my money.
Well, it's more expensive to go from Cardi.
It's not what we paid for.
Can you?
If you ordered pasta and you got a fucking ham sandwich, you wouldn't pay for it, would you?
You have no money right now. How are you going to continue living once you dock your block?
Well, normally we would have charged a lot more. We were asking.
You didn't answer my question.
You're dodging around her question. How
So
are you going to be
how are
living?
you gonna,
I don't know how.
You don't know how.
You
No?
don't know how you're gonna.
Make ends meet.
You don't know how you're gonna eat or continue to operate this boat when you get there.
How are you going to pay for the seal, the gasket seal?
Well,
I'm waiting for some money.
From where?
It's a simple question. How are you going to pay for the gasket and the extra oil on this boat when we get there? How are you going to pay for
From
it?
our
From the
supplier.
website that you. I'm waiting for some money. What's your website? What's that? What's your website? What's the website? I would like to know the
Website.
name of it so I can look it up.
Can I have your last name?
My last name.
Can I see the
You
permit
think
for
that
this
we're gonna
boat?
walk without our money without knowing
Do you
both
think
your
I'm
last names?
stupid or haven't dealt with people before?
Okay, so why
What is this?
why is it absurd
My
that I
last
ask you?
name on the website.
You guys are
What's that all
running.
about?
You're running.
You know?
You're running a
You're running
business.
a business.
What's that all about? My last name.
Because I'd like to know who you guys are. I don't know your last
Why
name.
should we trust you to send us money via PayPal when we don't even know your last
Oh,
name?
should I tell you everything about me? Huh?
Yeah. See the permit and registration for your boat, please.
You know?
Can I see the registration for your boat?
What's that?
I want to see the registration for this boat.
I don't even have the registration.
So it's an unregistered boat. So this is an illegal.
Jesus.
Well,
We will give you the refund. We will give you the refund.
we are so done with this boat that even if everything worked great and you offered that, we don't want to go at this
And I
point.
understand that too, which is why I'm like, let's meet in the middle and agree on a.
Okay. I just want a guarantee, and I want it in writing, and I want some information on you.
Perfect.
200 for us.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you. And that $20 back now, please. We've been patient.
We'll get
No,
everything-
we
we'll get
keep
everything
hearing that, but we would be more comfortable if we got it now.
Conversations anymore.
Because you've owed me that $20 for 6 days now. It's just another in a bit.
Didn't even have to change. It was 53 that I had to change.
Yeah.
So I gave you 40.
And I gave you $8.
That's fine. $20 is $20. It's really irrelevant.
No, it's the principle.
It's all right. We'll take photocopies of all of our documents, and you can have photocopies of our documents and a written statement that we'll write and email to you.
Cool.
As well.
Let's do that now.
We'll have Wi-Fi when we get.
You have a wallet with a picture ID, correct?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, let's see it. Wonderful. I have a camera.
Right. I'll have to find it. You'll have it.
Sit here until we get $20 and the information.
Yeah. We're tired of waiting.
No, we've agreed on what you're going to get before you get off the boat, and that's what you're going to get.
Okay, so let's get it now.
Just
Now or
drive-
later, what's the
drive
difference?
boat. You'll get a photocopy. of
You're not.
our documents.
We don't have a photocopier on the boat.
Well, there's an office in the boat club which we can use.
I have a camera. Can I take it right now, please? Why are you being so weird about this?
We're not
What are
being
you
weird.
trying to hide?
We're not hiding anything.
Yeah, but we're gonna pay you back.
Why should we
girl?
You said that you would...
Acting like a silly girl.
Just, it's easy. I can show you my ID
Why
right
not
now.
give you the information?
Why should we take your word for it? I can't walk away.
Why can't you do it now?
Why not give you the
We'll dig it
information?
out.
You know?
Well, then do it
I
now.
don't want it. Some documents.
I don't. So then
Okay,
why
then go grab
it. What is this?
Where are we going?
I'm not sure.
Exactly, so what's the issue with showing it to us
I don't
now?
want the conversation again. I want this to be done.
But can I see the passport now?
Yes.
Thank you.
Give me 10 minutes to look for it.
10 minutes, wonderful. We've been stolen from, basically. At this point, we're taking their word that they will pay us back. I have it on film. We'll get it in writing, but these people are crazy. Worst experience of our life. Sailing experience. We've been stolen from, basically. We are now at our final destination, which is some fucking port in a city called Cologne. This was our sailing adventure. We've been on the boat, stranded for a week. We're finally gonna anchor and get off tomorrow. Fucking bullshit. Jeremy doing his best. Fucking joke. Time to row to shore. He said he'd pay us back $100 each. This morning, I'll up to you. You have an email of mine, right? Guy's so full of shit.
It's just a lie. It's just such a lie.
So what website is this?
It's on World Sailing Expeditions.
WorldSailingExpeditions.com, describing the ocean traveler, aka the seabird.
It says, we have taken the layout, like of the boat, and built 10 bunk beds with new high-quality mattresses, pillows, and linen.
So this is the stuff that he wants to do with the boat, but he hasn't done yet he's advertising it prematurely.
Because if I had read this,
Yeah.
which I should have before getting on, I would be like, okay, there's plenty of room. Yet they were still even picking up pillows and linens.
Forks, knives, and a bowl, no can opener.
Yeah, we take a maximum of 10 guests to ensure the comfort of all on board.
10 on that boat? It's not 48 feet like advertised, it's 42. I looked up the history of the boat.
Yeah, it says 48 here too.
Okay, what's it say about the safety stuff again? Go back through.
It says that the sailing yacht Ocean Traveler
Which is actually the Seabird and is not yet renamed to the Ocean Traveler.
carries all required safety equipment such as GPIRB.
Beacon, basically, in the event of an emergency, you push the button and it sends out a SOS or Mayday signal. He doesn't have one of those.
Life raft, VHF, and an SVB UHF radio.
Life raft is expired. VHF radio, yes, he does, but I mean, it's baseline, $190 radio. Can't even reach shore. Doesn't have an ultra high frequency radio. What else does he have?
Life jackets, apparently.
Life jackets, we counted 4. Somebody else said they saw 2 up front. I couldn't find them in a comm
situation, so I don't know how I would find them in a stressful emergency situation.
Says that they also have a tender capable of transporting 10 people or pushing the ocean traveler along as a backup to remain engine in emergencies.
Right, they have a dinghy with 2 broken ass motors that he was trying to piece together to make something that worked. Didn't even have a handle on it. He had to basically use his fingers on a throttle linkage to accelerate and his hand on top of the engine to steer.
They were their trial and error.
Yeah, I know, this is his Christmas list.
Built-in redundancy in each system of the vessel, including navigation.
No, they have 0 navigation.
Including navigation and anti-collision lighting.
They don't have any nav lighting. An LED headlamp blinking on the stern of the vessel is not safety lighting.
So combined with the 2 GPSs, no build tech plotter, paper chart, it's a very safe vessel for offshore overnight sailing passengers between Panama and Colombia.
Okay, so basically without any of that stuff, it would not be a very safe vessel for overnight traveling, which is what we were on. He outs himself for not being a safe vessel.
Air conditioners.
Oh, the air conditioners that don't work on board, as well as the refrigeration that doesn't work on board. He just uses ice in what used to be the freezer.
We are one of the few vessels who run air conditioning when it's required for themselves. No, let me read this. So, our 2 water makers keep our massive 1,135 liter water tank topped off.
Okay, so when he's saying water makers, he's talking about desalinators. He doesn't have those.
This combined with our hot water heater.
No, there was no hot water.
No, listen to this.
Go ahead.
The 32-inch flat screen TV and surround sound will keep you entered on those rainy days and on passage sailing between Panama and Colombia, along with cards, board games, books we have on board. The rain and sun-proof cockpit. I remember getting fully rained on from multiple locations.
Oh, he's talking about the cockpit though. That he just drapes a tarp over top of it. We were in the actual living quarters and we were still getting rained on because the cabin leaks. It was dripping water on our bed, so we had to sleep on a wet mattress.
Our large deck shades and on-deck saltwater shower.
No deck shades, no saltwater shower.